Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure, and this is episode 69 in our series. Nice. In our last video, we completed the Woozy mission called Amphibious Assault. This video is about the next Woozy mission. It's called the Thang. Passing this upcoming mission awards respect and a cool $15,000. The last story mission on this second island is called Yay Kaboom Boom, and passing that mission unlocks the third and final island. And this mission we're going to do in this video, the Thang, is one of two prerequisite missions to unlock Yay Kaboom Boom. We continue to work our way through all the available haircuts here at the Barber's Pole, and this video we're going to have the detail cut, which reminds me an awful lot of the Caesar cut. I guess it's just shaved a little bit higher on the back of the head. Okay, this is our last trip to Hemlock Tattoo. Every category has either one or two tattoos, so we're going to get the last of them here right now. On the upper right arm, we're grabbing the clown. That one is creepy. Lower right arm, we're getting a different cross than we had in the last video. On the back, we're getting San Fierro misspelled with only one R. Look at that in the top of the screen. It needs to have two R's. For $350, you better give me two R's in San Fierro. On the left chest, we're going to get the Rasta tattoo. And on the stomach, we're going to get God's gift. I understand parents talking about their kids using that phrase, but for an adult to get this as a tattoo, like describing themselves as God's gift, seems a bit arrogant in my opinion. And then finally on the lower back, we're going to get the Mayan face for 525 big ones. This mission is all about the Da Nang gang. Recall that's a Vietnamese gang, and we've seen them a bunch of times. Specifically, we saw them in the missions Mike Torino, Mountain Cloud Boys, Ron Fa Lee, Lure, and in the last video in Amphibious Assault. In this video, we learned that they are involved in human trafficking. So we're going to rescue the refugees and kill the leader of the Da Nang gang. His name is Snakehead.
Woozy, my man.
CJ, you caught me on my way out.
Business?
This is the big one. This is the one that is going to seal my place in the Red Gecko Thang.
We've seen that phrase, Red Gecko Thang, before. Let's take a quick look at my gang's spreadsheet. Recall that Woozy is the leader of the Mountain Cloud Boys. That's one of two parts of the San Fierro triads, and the other part of the triads are the Red Gecko Thang, headed up by Ron Fa Lee. But the Red Gecko Thang is in some sense above the Mountain Cloud Boys, and in a very real sense, Ron Fa Lee is above Woozy. So Woozy is looking to secure his place, not in the Mountain Cloud Boys that he's already the leader of, but in the higher Red Gecko Thang order.
This is the big one. This is the one that is going to seal my place in the Red Gecko Thang. But something's come up, and I got to sort things out myself. Excuse me. Little Lion, what's the news? Damn. Why today of all days? Okay, shit. Take Guppy and go check it out.
This is the first we're hearing the name Little Lion. He is a Triad gang member, and spoilers, we're not going to be hearing his name after this particular mission. And we heard the name Guppy. He's actually the person who gave CJ a phone call right at the tail end of the mission Lure a couple of videos back.
Hey.
Mr. Johnson, it's Guppy. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. They took the bait like morons.
And now back to the cutscene for the mission, the Da Nang Thang.
Little Lion, what's the news? Damn. Why today of all days? Okay, shit. Take Guppy and go check it out.
Trouble?
The Da Nang boys are arriving today on a container ship. Little Lion's gone to check it out. I really gotta go too.
Hey, man, look. Don't even trip. I'ma handle this for you, all right?
Thanks, my friend. Your help and friendship has been invaluable to me.
Thanks, man. What are other guys?
Oh, they're getting a helicopter to do a couple of flybys of the ship. Look, if everything goes well, I'll call you in a week or so and invite you to my new spot.
Woozy's new spot is going to be the Four Dragons Casino over in Las Venturas.
Hey, CJ, what are you doing? Just bumped into Woozy on his way out. He filled me in. I thought I'd go with you. Well, we ain't rolling. Whoa, early. Strap in and strap up.
So that's Little Lion here in the helicopter with us. It was supposed to be Guppy as his wingman doing the shooting, but we decided to take Guppy's place.
Where we headed? To the boat. It's moored out in the bay. Oh, yeah, I see it. You better lock and load. They'll be on their guard. Lock and load. Holy fuck. They're gunning for us already. I see them. They're all over the container. I got them, man. Right in my sight. Get those Da Nang bastards.
We've got an unlimited ammo minigun, which is pretty sweet. Near the top of the screen, you're going to see a guy with an RPG. He is unkillable.
RPG! RPG! Man, that hurt. Damn. Lost everything but my blade.
Little Lion didn't make it. He's in that helicopter sinking to the bottom of the sea. Take a look in the top right. That red health bar has gone down about 25%. As far as I know, this is the first mission in the 3D universe where CJ gets hurt during a cutscene.
Can you see any survivors? No, nobody getting out of that alive.
All you have is a knife. The rest of your weapons are taken away during that helicopter crash. Make your way down into the hull of the ship. Be quiet for as long as possible. I'm only going to be quiet for this first kill, and then I'm going to collect this guy's shotgun and use it to kill a bunch of other Da Nang gang members and collect their guns as well. As we navigate through these storage containers and make our way to that yellow triangle, let's go ahead and read from the wiki about the Da Nang gang. From the GTA San Andreas website first. Vietnamese street gang, extremely violent, at war with local Chinese triads gangs, uncontrollable, major interests in protection. And now from the wiki, the Da Nang Boys, named after the Vietnamese region and city of Da Nang, is a Vietnamese gang in San Andreas based in San Fierro, preparing a full move to the United States of America. Although they are Vietnamese in the game, the gang is based on the real-life Cantonese/Vietnamese smuggling gang, the Jackson Street Boys. The gang in the game is also based on real-life gangs the Asian Boys and Born to Kill, two other gangs with largely Vietnamese membership, which were mostly active in the early 1990s. Again, San Andreas is set in 1992. The gang is extremely violent, with major interests in protection, narcotics, and human trafficking. While the Da Nang Boys are portrayed as a major Vietnamese gang in the city, two other gangs, the Shining Razors and the Butterfly Children, were mentioned in the game and in the official GTA San Andreas website, and are said to be active in Easter Basin.
This here's Vietnamese gang territory. Da Nang Boys, Shining Razors, Butterfly Children. Watch yourself, dude. These cats are real serious.
The Da Nang gang turf is mainly in Easter Basin, and their main front is this ship, anchored out in San Fierro Bay. They also have turf in Esplanade North. Outside of missions, the Da Nang gang members are always neutral to CJ. They are known to cause trouble for the drug-dealing organization known as the Loco Syndicate. In one instance, they kidnapped the syndicate's head, Mike Torino, and the drug van. Eventually, though, CJ and T-Bone Mendez rescue Torino and bring him back safely to the Pleasure Domes in Battery Park. The Da Nang Boys are also at war with the local San Fierro Triads and were responsible for the massacre of the Bloodfeather Triad, a subsect of the overall Triads. They have also targeted the Triad's leaders, namely Ron Fa Li and Wu Zimu, in one instance attempting an assassination. With the help of Carl, however, the Triads responded with numerous attacks and schemes, such as an amphibious assault in the last mission and an aerial attack in this mission. Though the aerial attack proved to be unsuccessful, Carl manages to infiltrate the cargo ship and free some refugees held captive by the Da Nang Boys. He also manages to kill many members of the gang, including their leader, the Snakehead, thus weakening the gang severely and reducing them to a petty street gang. There are exactly 3 character models for the Da Nang gang members, and they should look familiar because we've been fighting them all over this freighter ship. There's the army guy, there's the sunglasses guy, and finally the do-rag guy. And the character model for the do-rag guy was actually reused in an advertisement, a movie poster, for a movie called Mainframe, or The Mainframe, which was featured in Liberty City Stories. We've actually looked at this poster earlier in this video series when we did the mission management issues, where we had to go kill Mad Dog's manager. I pointed out that the character that was used to play Mad Dog's manager, Alan Crawford, was reused. He's the guy in the yellow and black shirt on this movie poster. One of the Da Nang Boys members is wearing a gray U.S. Army PT shirt, which didn't exist until the year 2000. That's an anachronism since this game is set in 1992. We're about to see a reference to the Snakehead. Remember, he's the leader of the Da Nang gang.
Keep it down. You want to bring the Snakehead down here?
Not long until we're drinking cola in the free West, eh? Hey, who the fuck are you?
During very early development of the game, the Da Nang Boys, alongside the Rifa, were supposed to dislike CJ, like the Ballas and the Los Santos Vagos. I mentioned that they are neutral to him, and that's what happened in the final game, but apparently originally they were supposed to be hostile towards CJ from the beginning of the game. However, the Da Nang gang members will only taunt CJ when trashing his car. If he's out walking on foot, they'll leave him alone, except for occasionally asking him about his gang-banging status. And now reading from the wiki for this mission, the Da Nang Thang. Although Woozy is informed that the Da Nang Boys have just arrived in San Fierro on a container ship,
Take this up your ass!
This ship has been anchored in the bay since the start of the game due to it being a static object in the game. Shoot the padlock on the front of the refugee's container.
Help us! Hey, please, help us!
I still can't believe we paid $350 for a misspelled tattoo of San Fierro.
Please! The snakehead tricked us! We're prisoners! Please help us escape! The snakehead is up on the bridge!
Let's make our way up to the snakehead. I think we have to shoot through 3 more Da Nang gang members on the way there. Meanwhile, back to the wiki. Thinking back to the cutscene for this mission with the helicopter getting shot down by the RPG and then sinking in the ocean, reading from the wiki, the helicopter is sunk, but it's not actually destroyed. It turns out the helicopter is invincible after the crash, and it can be obtained. You can do something called the undrowning glitch, which I remember seeing Joshimus do in his series, and you can get down there and you can push that helicopter up onto land and then store it in one of your larger garages, like the Doherty garage. I'm not saying it's easy. I actually watched highlights of a YouTuber, GTA Melancholia, do this process during this mission and obtain that helicopter and store it and fly it away. The video itself is 57 minutes long. I skimmed through most of it and watched it in just a few minutes. But anyway, I'll link the video in the description below. We're about to meet up with the Snakehead, who shares the same character model as one of the gym trainers from the Cobra Martial Arts Gym. Although you're welcome to switch to any gun to take this guy out during this fight, I will do the honorable thing and kill this old man with the katana that he gives me.
Enough! We settled this here!
Go back and meet the refugees. They will lower some dinghies into the water. Coming back to the Snakehead and his wiki, it says, despite being Vietnamese, he speaks Chinese when he gives Carl the katana. I don't know what the wiki's talking about. I only heard English there. The wiki also says that the word snakehead, if you translate it into Chinese or pinyin, which I'm going to mispronounce here, Shay Tao, is the Chinese term for gangs involved in human trafficking, just like the Da Nang gang is here, just like the Snakehead. And this lengthy mission is just about at a close. The refugees are just around the corner here. Ouch. And oof. All right, let's see what they have to say.
Thank you for everything!
You're welcome, homies. All right, so like I mentioned, we get respect for passing this mission, but also $15,000. That feels like the highest dollar amount from any mission pass so far. Is that true? Let me know in the comments if there's a higher payout than this one so far. And real quick, I'm going to give myself a cheated jetpack, and we're going to fly back up to that white superstructure at the front of this ship. And that door is going to be open for the rest of the game, so you can go in there and play around inside if you wish. But I'll show you in just a minute that until you start this mission, this door is locked. So the only time this becomes accessible is during the mission and then once you pass the mission. And here we are at the Los Santos airport, and I'm going to use this shamel to parachute onto that ship. In this save file, I have not yet started or completed the mission, the Da Nang Thang, and it's possible to get onto that ship at any point, but as far as I know, you either need a plane or a helicopter, or maybe later on in the game, the jetpack. So let's skip the trip over to San Fierro, and we'll parachute down, and I'll mention 3 differences between what we're seeing in this save file before we start the mission, the Da Nang Thang, versus being on the mission. Firstly, there's not going to be anybody else on this ship. The only time it's populated is during the mission, the Da Nang Thang. Second of all, there's no pickups on this ship except when you're on the mission, the Da Nang Thang. There's 4 pickups. You saw me pick up a heart icon in my vanilla attempt at this mission. There's actually another heart icon in the cargo hold down in the lower level of the ship, only when you're on the mission, the Da Nang Thang. Also in the cargo hold down below, there's a Tech 9 and some body armor. You'll see me pick both of those up in my attempt at the end of this video. But again, those 4 pickups only exist on this ship during the mission, the Da Nang Thang. And then finally, like I mentioned, the door that we go into that white superstructure through opens during the mission, the Da Nang Thang, and it stays open for the rest of the game once you pass that mission. But until you start that mission, the door is locked. It isn't possible to have any kind of wanted level while you're on this mission, so you can't get busted as far as I know. So the only fail states are dying or one of the refugees dying. And it's interesting that the programmers put that fail state in there because even if you leave some of the Da Nang gang members alive and these refugees walk right past them, the Da Nang gang members are only focused on shooting at CJ and they don't intentionally go after the refugees at all. And now we come to my final attempt at this mission, and my challenge is going to be to avoid using guns of any kind. So the only kills that we're going to do here are going to be mostly with the knife, and then at some point we're going to be given the katana to replace the knife, so we might have some katana kills near the end of this attempt as well. Now we'll go ahead and rate this mission on our 10-point scale, and gang, I am a fan of this mission. So thinking back to the start with that opening cutscene in the helicopter, that part's really cool where you have the unlimited ammo minigun, then the RPG and the helicopter crash, and CJ gets hurt a little bit during that crash and loses all of its weapons. Really cool story element to this mission. And then we get onto the ship and we do like a stealth kill and we start gathering some guns and we take out a bunch of Da Nang gang members, free the refugees, and take down the head of the Da Nang gang. I know that it's really slow going with all the climbing onto the shipping crates and everything. It's a really long mission and you might think it's too much of this climbing and sneaking around the crates, but it all works for me. We're giving this mission a 9 out of 10. I'll play a couple of clips from WCTR, that's the news radio station here in San Andreas. This first one is just kind of generically about this war between the Da Nang gang, the Vietnamese gang, and the Triad gang, the Chinese gang.
In crime news, Asian gang trouble in San Fierro is on the rise, with problems developing between Chinese triad gangs and Vietnamese gangs. A government official released this statement.
Hey, if they want to kill each other, let them. It's great. It means your taxes go down.
I'm Leanne Forget, WCTR News. Stay indoors.
And this other clip is a reference to either this specific mission or maybe the amphibious assault mission, which also involved killing a bunch of Da Nang gang members on a container ship.
Police are struggling to solve the mystery of a container ship found deserted and full of bodies. The FBI is investigating.
And while we watch CJ make do with bringing a knife to a gunfight, let's go back and check out some more advertisements on GTA San Andreas radio stations. This first one is going to be for the company Hampshire Nannies. And if you listen to a bunch of the talk radio station, either in Vice City or in GTA 3, see if you recognize the voice of the British guy advertising his company here.
Having a child was the most miraculous thing I've ever experienced. When Ken and I left the hospital, I was glowing. But after a few months, the novelty wore off. The screaming, the diapers, blah. Let's face it, nobody has time to raise a kid.
I realized after my third child, I hated kids. It's not like you can legally kill them anymore. We're at our wits' end.
I'm miserable. Raising children has cut into my life of doing CHOP, taking exercise classes, and sleeping with my husband's friends. What do I do?
You need a nanny. All parents need a helping hand now and then, sometimes full-time. At Hampshire Nannies Limited, all of our nannies were trained by professionals in England. Your little darlings are our priority. If they act up, they'll be punished properly. None of this time out or go sit in the corner business. We'll bring your children up in the classic English manner by making them learn Latin and beating them half to death in a single-sex environment. Discipline gave us an empire. What's more important, your happiness or your children's future? Call Hampshire Nannies today. Say it with me.
I need a nanny.
I'll bang the nanny.
That's right. You need a nanny. Hampshire Nannies.
So that British guy is the character Freddy, voiced by Rockstar Games co-founder Dan Houser, and we first heard Freddy in GTA 3. He was a caller into Chatterbox FM with Laszlo Jones, and apparently Freddy needs a spanking by a nanny.
All right, hello, you are on Chatterbox.
Hello, Laszlo. I'm a first-time caller. I recently moved to Liberty City from Hampshire in England.
Oh, really? How do you like it? I mean, is it hard to get used to the language? You speak English pretty good.
Oh, thank you, Laszlo. Yes, I do like it here. There's one thing, though, that's very different and rather worrying. When I was a boy in England, I had a nanny. She was very strict, Laszlo.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's excellent child care here in America, you know.
Well, I'm sure. But the thing is, Laszlo, when I was a naughty boy, I would get spanked. Nanny would spank me when I was naughty. And now Freddy needs a nanny, because when Freddy's naughty, he needs to get spanked.
Well, there's some child psychologists who probably say that spanking can be harmful to a child's emotional development.
Absolute rot, Laszlo. It's lovely. Freddy needs a nanny. He needs a nanny, Laszlo, because Freddy's been a very naughty boy.
How old is your son?
Excuse me?
How old is your son?
I don't have children. I can't stand the little brats. but Freddy needs a nanny.
All right, that's enough of him. God, who gave this guy a green card? This is Chatterbox. We're talking about short guys, nannies, taxes, and anything sane you'd like to bring to the party. All right, hello, next caller. You're on Chatterbox.
Hello, Laszlo. Did that woman say she was a nanny? Because Freddy needs a nanny because he's been a very naughty boy.
No nannies.
And then in Vice City, Freddy called into K-Chat and talked to one of the guests there, Gethsemane Starhawk Moonmaker. She is in a coven and is a witch of some sort. And apparently Freddy has still been a naughty boy and still needs spanked.
Anyway, let's go to the phones. You're on K-Chat.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was great. Really interesting. I'm British, you see.
Like our ancient wood-wearing queen, Medusa. Medusa.
No, I think actually it was Bodicea, but no, not really. I'm from Hampshire, you see. I'm here on business.
A wanderer.
Yes, I was wondering. You're a good witch, correct?
Yes, a white witch.
But you have a broom.
Yes, it's ceremonial.
Supposing I'd been a bad boy, like if I hadn't learned my spells or something, would I get smacked with it?
Violence is wrong.
But you must hit Freddy with your broom. Freddy's been very naughty and not learned his spells. Hit me, Hairy Legs, hit me! I deserve it!
Prank caller! Prank caller! Sorry, listeners. Somebody call the IRS. Who let that guy in the country?
So we were able to get our gun-free pass, although it wasn't my first attempt. I think I died twice before getting the attempt that you saw right there. Let's check out one more commercial from San Andreas radio stations. This one advertises a TV show called My Five Uncles. According to the wiki, this TV show is a parody of real-life popular sitcoms My Two Dads and Full House.
What happens when 5 eligible bachelors welcome a little girl into their lives?
Hey, it's my turn in the bathroom.
Non-stop hilarity. My Five Uncles, the sitcom with a lot of heart.
Hey, Gina, welcome to your new home. You sleep in there, and we all sleep in here.
Ugh, whatever. Does anyone have something to smoke?
It's the show that shows family values exist even in unconventional families.
Oh, what are you guys doing in there?
We're just flossing, dear.
It's a brand new show taking hilarious comedy in a whole new funny direction.
I don't get it. Why don't any of you guys have a steady girlfriend?
And they learn some lessons about life and love along the way.
Come on, guys. Group hug.
I'm an emotionally abused orphan. Can I get in on any of these group hugs?
No, you stupid bitch.
My Five Uncles, Thursday nights on LSBC.
So that show plays on LSBC, which I assume stands for Los Santos Broadcasting Company. According to the wiki, the show that we just heard the advertisement for replaced the show Just the Five of Us, which was advertised on the radio in Vice City. So that's going to wrap it up for the mission, the Thang. If you have any memories you'd like to share about this mission, throw them in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.